Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. If you're the last one, you have to do the dessert. I promise you all, after my presentation, you will go home with something to remember. That is my promise I make to you all. The topic of my presentation is about Speak Autistic, and I'm wondering if you all know the disorder of autism. Could you please raise your hand if you know the disorder of autism? How many knows the disorder? Great, great, great. Because now, at the end of the day, our minds getting full of information. I think maybe a little bit could be added to your mind. And that's exactly what autism is like. An autistic person has too much thoughts in their mind. It keeps on going all day long. And it's terrible for the person itself. But he or she has to deal with that. Continuous thoughts. The only thing that can help is sometimes lay down, recharge your battery, and get up again and try the day so it will be better. But as a teacher, when you know you have a student with autism, you have to be careful. Help them, or she or her, to reduce the load balance given to him or her. And that's what I want to share to you today. What is autism and why it's so difficult for them to be part of society. And can you go to the next slide? Oh, I have to connect there. I can do it myself. This is called the spectrum of autism. There are a lot of characteristics you can see, and maybe you know the bottom one, social awareness. People think if you're autistic, you have lack in communicating with others. You don't understand how to react. You're a little bit weird. You're sitting there, not connecting to anyone. There's just one characteristic. There are many of them. And I want to share today 3 main characteristics which you will face in your class. As a teacher, principal, you can name it. First one is they process very slowly. So if I tell a story, it took a little bit more time to process that they will understand it. So sometimes when I'm delivering knowledge to my student, they only understand it maybe 1.5 hours later. So it will take time to process. That's one thing to remember. Another thing that's very good to know about autism, because they have so many thoughts in their head, they want to reduce that. So if the future is clear, they know it's fine. I don't have to think about it anymore. So people with autism love that it's predictable. Know what is coming tomorrow. Know what's coming the day after. Know what's coming an hour. So the more you, as a parent or as a teacher, can predict the future for them, they love that. It's all about routines, the same. That's what you have to do as a teacher, as a parent. Predict them what is coming. All day, hours, minutes, they want to know. The fun thing is, with the mobile phone, you can look at it for the train, metro, buses, that can help them to move from A to B because they know when the bus is coming or it's a little bit late. So they're easy toys they already use to be part in society. Predictability. And Another one that I can show you, no, this one. They like to do things the same over again, so it's a little bit repetition that I would say. But I'm here not up to talk about autism alone, but also what can you do as a teacher. I'm a teacher for 12 years to autistic students. That means in the Netherlands, I'm from the Netherlands, we have a classroom with 12 to 16 students who are all diagnosed with autism. And we have to deal with them every day so that they can get a diploma and leave our school. And after our school, they will go to university or one level below. And I want to share one thing that we use as a teacher as an approach for them to learn better. You know the UDL model in India, universal design of learning. Everybody knows that model. I'm just wondering if you have seen that before. Okay. We use something similar. It's like this. If you have students with autism in your classroom, you have to be changed a little bit in your way you're teaching. It must be inclusive. And we use in the Netherlands this called IGDI model, but it's similar to the UDL model in India. So look it up in the internet, find out what is meaning UDL, and find what's the best way to make your lesson plan to start learning with them. So I skipped this one because it's really late and our minds are full of information. So I skipped this one to go to the fun part of today. So this is the IGDI model. You have this 1, 2, 3 phase, but that's fine. This is very important. And that's what I want to share with you all today. If you have a student who is a little bit different, you have to be in communication with him or her. That's the thing, because if you are in communication, you can be collaborating. And for this understanding, the first talk of this day talked about openness. If someone is different, you as a teacher or as a principal has to be open for all the faults the other person has. So that's the first thing, be open for them. And the autistic student, or anyone else, sometimes must switch or shift to the educator to be in contact with him. If you are in contact with your student and you're open, there will be knowledge. And it's different because I've been here for 7 days and I've watched for 3 days at the school in India. And in the Netherlands, we use this top-down approach. And I think in India, it's still a little bit up-down approach. And to be open to your student, you have to be you have to level with him. Sit down and just give him space. Let him share the faults with you and be open, neutral. Think everything what he said is true, because that's what you want. And in the end, you have to come to the open and together phase. At that point, you see the chain will be rolling again, and that means collaboration. And to that, I've made this lovely box. I will get it over there. This is a smart assistant, and in it is ChatGPT. It's the language model. We've talked all day about language models, but this can provide you answers to any question you ask this machine. So if you are with a student and he's not communicating with you, get a box, press the button, ask the question. Or he has problems with learning, press the button and ask the question. And that's what this box can do. Can you show the video To give a short impression.
मुझसे सवाल पूछने में परेशानी हो रही है.
It's now processing the answer. पूछना जवाब.
आप चिंता मत कीजिए, आप स्वतंत्र हैं अपने संघर्ष को सामने लाने में इस समय थोड़ी मदद चाहिए. मैं चर्चा के लिए तैयार हूँ.
सवाल के साथ शुरुआत करने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका कब है?
I've practicing Hindi for this one, so this is my own voice. 𝗙cie हिंदी है.
हाँ जी हाँ, जब आप किसी सवाल से शुरू करते हैं तो वह बाकी चर्चा के लिए एक अच्छा आरंभ बनता है.
So this is all ChatGPT behind. In this lovely box, voice enabled, you can bring your own smart assistant at home. You can talk with your child or with your student, and this is the mediator. You can ask questions and you can find solutions or suggestions to handle with things you find difficult, or your son is difficult, or your student is difficult, or yourself are difficult with your student. Try the smart assistant, because ChatGPT knows a lot of suggestions, and try that out. I've done a pilot already at the Grants International School in Greater Noida. I'm piloting this product here in India. Try if it can help students with a learning disability like autism, dyslexia, or the alarm. And one case study I can share with you both. There was this little girl. We didn't speak that much because I can't speak Hindi and my English is a little bit different, so we had this communication barrier. But then I took out the device and I asked the question, what is the problem? I have problem to concentrate during the class. Okay, good one. And I said, which one? Are there the noises, outside distraction, or inside your own mind? And the student said, number 3, inside the mind. So I put out the device. I asked a question. Could you help me, please? What can I do when I'm facing concentration problems during the class with my inner voice? You see, I pressed the button and scanning alarm is on. And it replied, I said, give me 3 suggestions. He answered, 1, if there is a fault, raise your hand and ask the teacher. That's the first one. Second one, if there are faults in your mind, write them down. Second one. So, and the third one I don't remember anymore, but a student chose number 2. So at this moment, during class, the student is writing down the note. Oh, its time is up. Okay, never mind. The student now is writing down her faults during class, and if it's time, she will raise the hand and ask the teacher, can I share you my faults about this subject? So that is the thing we have done with this box on learning disabilities. That's what I shared you today. ChatGPT in a box, take it home, and be your own smart assistant and bring your knowledge at home. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Zeno sir. Come on, everybody, can we have a round of applause for him? Well, to felicitate Mr. Zeno van der Zalm, on the behalf of Time to Grow Media, I would like to call Dr. 𝗙cie 𝗹𝗹𝗲 ma'am to please come on stage and felicitate Zeno sir. Come on, everybody, can we have a round of applause?